Okay, hello YouTube here, it's Lisa Stade of the YouTube channels Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed, coming to you all about the next continued part of Adolf Hitler, the Life and Death series, which is also kind of the combined version of with this little mini-series about the Holocaust that somebody suggested. Weird thing to use gamer lingo of kill count, but I'm guessing this is what you wanted, and I got a lot of views on a lot of these other ones about the Holocaust, so I don't know why the Holocaust gets more views than a Hitler lecture series, but okay, that's wonderful and great. I really like that. So back to what I was saying. So the next kind of little things Hitler would do, and a lot of the Nazis will just, especially when I'm going to bring this off to the camps and stuff. A lot of the camps are really close to a lot of inhabitants. A lot of people would live next door to these things and knew their existence, knew what was kind of going on. It's kind of like having a neighbor. I hate to say this as a comparison, but, let's just use it as a little bit of a break in the ice to what we're going to be going into. Like, let's say you have a neighbor that does some questionable stuff. You kind of know what your neighbor's doing, so you're not really, denying it and be like, I don't know what my neighbor's doing. To use an example like that. So the Germans definitely knew. They probably didn't know the extent of it, but they probably wanted to deny it. I'm guessing if you see the atrocities enough, you want to go into denialism. You want to say, it can't possibly be happening, but every time I walk out of my back door into my backyard, I'm seeing it every day. I don't blame you. If I went in that way, if I was in that situation, I might deny that stuff. Because they were seeing a lot if you were next to one of these things. You could smell, a lot of places would complain that they could smell the burning bodies from the camps. And yes, you'd have down at the local tavern, your usual typical guy working at, let's say Dachau or Auschwitz, tell about everything that was going on. Eventually he would be shut up, told, do not ever talk about this, ever. Because we can't let this stuff go out in the open, usually by the person's superiors. And cases of these kind of people that would vent, I hate to say vent and rant, down at the local tavern, the Nazis, they were actually part of the guards. Think of something like that, or part of the Waffen SS. They would blab about it. The superiors would say that, well, he's drunk. He was in a bar. They try to blame it like, oh, that's just the booze talking. Knowing this is Germany, they drink a lot of booze. They drink a lot of beer. The beer is pretty much more stronger, so I don't think that, God forbid, could be as believable as possible, but if you live in a dictatorship, I guess a lot of people would believe that, because they didn't want, if they knew that was true, they knew just don't mess with it. It's kind of like, this is a death threat, that the authorities would give you. Oh, this guy just blabbed about it. Well, if you do anything about it, you're going to see it firsthand. Which was, they would also, I'm going to go into probably some more detail now here about some of the camps. They would starve people, barely even feed the prisoners. They'd have them forced to fight for scraps. They would commit sadistic acts. You had Mengele with the twin experiments they would do. He loved kids that were twins. And the Nazis were just cruel. I hate to say, I can't use a curse word, but MFers. Think of which spell what I'm saying. You have to be careful here on YouTube, even if it's about the Nazis. But no. So, yeah, no, they would have like, you would have, what is it? They'd have a lot of sadistic stuff, some camp guards would definitely do stuff to the women, especially if they were blonde or whatever. And to the Nazis, if you did something like that with the Jews, that would be just taboo if you were known the SS. Which is like, give me a break. You're doing that to women or whatever. Well, number 2, knowing this is going on YouTube. But, but no, they'd have a lot of the camps, barely even furnished. The latrines were just overflowing. People would be starved to death. They'd sleep in the most deplorable conditions. No heating, no AC. In an area where it could get very cold or whatever. Other times, they would have them in like just makeshift, little tents or whatever. So if a tent fell down, all the guys died. Or they would leave you out to freeze. Or they had other experiments that they would do for to supposedly benefit the war. Which was just god awful, because they would use people that they believed as human guinea pigs, because that was their viewpoint, that if you were not German or Nordic or the alien master race, that there was the ideal superhuman that the Nazis wanted, they would pretty much just do whatever with you. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. You weren't valuable. And you see how this kind of stuff turns up in our society. Even here in America, we have people that are deemed beneath them, and we treat other people like crap. Certain people, whether it be whatever they're, this listed, you name it. This stuff is happening even here in America. Which, if you're a history major and you're watching these videos, that's the wake-up call. Study your history, teach history, educate people. Let's prevent something like what I am talking about from happening again. And I don't care if the person is older, this, that, and the other developmental disability. We live in a time of the 21st century with social media. You can educate someone. Just find a way. Let's prevent this. I don't care if you think, that person's, whatever diagnosis of IQ, intellectual disability. If they're capable of bigotry, please educate them. Teach them history. Let's not repeat this, because I don't give a rat's backside and 2 F words if the next Hitler is whatever condition or normal. I don't care. I'm not going to go into that. I'm not that kind of person Hitler is normal, Hitler is this. No. We are all capable as humans. I don't care what you believe. But this Savior saves me, so I can't do that. He didn't receive fill in the blank whatever religious Savior. We all have the capability to F up like Hitler did. That is the moral and the story of Adolf Hitler and the Holocaust, the Nazis. Do not repeat itself. We all have that capability. Heck, there's people that were in Mossad that noticed that about Adolf Eichmann. That Adolf Eichmann wasn't a monstrosity, a superhuman demon or whatever. He was the binarity of evil. We all have the capability. Whether it is like the guys in Mossad that say, no, we have all of us, you, me, and everyone, have the capability of being like Adolf Eichmann. We all have that. It's what we do with it. We choose not to do that. We make the best not to do that. Same thing goes for someone like Adolf Hitler. He's no different from the rest of us. There's another YouTuber I like to follow called Tick History that does a lot of good videos on this guy. I love his Hitler videos because they're very good and very educational, and they're not like, oh, Hitler's this, that, and the other, fill in the blank, insult, whatever you want to, so you don't have to think about, how you could be this way. Just the saying, check yourself before you wreck yourself. But anyhow, later on, I'm gonna get into once Hitler was, so I'm gonna get on to part of now we're kind of gonna go segue into a bit of the Hitler's military plans, I guess, after invading Paris, France, because eventually, he would make his next move would be to Eastern Europe, past Poland, Russia, Operation Barbarossa. Now, it's going to also tie you into the Holocaust too, again, so kind of keeping up with the two combined miniseries smashed into one of Operation Barbarossa, and and a lot of the stuff that the Nazis were doing back then, and just make sure to check the time, keep up to date with the time. So that's the next thing. Hitler would eventually, turn away from Western Europe because, a lot of people were very happy and would start supporting him. Because, he defeated the enemy of the Versailles, they gave Germany the Versailles Treaty, France, and he'd go on to, try to defeat Great Britain and would fail. Hitler really didn't understand that, Great Britain wasn't going to bend over backwards like the stereotype of the French, if you know what I mean. They were not complete criminals. He thought that they were also part of the Aryan master race because they were Anglo-Saxon. He just didn't get it through his head that they weren't bending over backwards to him. It didn't register in his brain. So I'm going to sign off here and say, this is Lisa Stade here of the YouTube channel of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed, telling you to make sure to become a subscriber to my YouTube channels of Lisa Stade and Hitler Obsessed. Hit the notification bell, set it to all, hit the thumbs up button, like these videos, share these videos, leave me a comment, send me feedback. I need feedback. I need new ideas. Please help. You can donate to my Patreon account, to my subscribe sum, become a patron, support this channel. You can definitely go to my Twitter account. You can go to my TikTok account. That's Lisa Stade 1, and see some of my TikToks up there. Yes, that is just in case if something happens to YouTube. And Xi Jinping, Chinese Hitler, this does not take me down at all. Or my channel down. Would be great too. Thank you. And you can go to my BitChute channel, bitchute.com. That's Lisa Marie Stade. That's one word. You can go to my Facebook account and my Facebook Messenger account. That's Lisa Stade. You can send me a friend request, leave me a comment. You can do both if you want. I definitely am okay with you leaving feedback on that, or Twitter, or the TikTok. That's okay. I try to keep up to date while I'm busy with college and transfer. That's true. Life of a college student. So on to the next video of this never-ending series that is 2 series combined in one. Oh, yay.